Hey everyone, movie recap here. In 1986, a few children are playing Flip the Bottle during a birthday celebration. When the bottle hits one of the children, he gets up and goes to the closet with a female to kiss both of the children. Kiss another lad explains first base and second base to a youngster called Stu. The game then continues as the boy cautiously peers at a female he loves. When the bottle then falls on another child, he jumps to his feet in excitement and follows a female into the closet. The male refuses to let the girl kiss him, and she begs him not to kiss her unless he gives her permission to lick him on the boobs. Charlie spins the bottle again, but this time it falls on a goth female rather than the girl he likes. The girl attempts to start intercourse as soon as they both enter the closet, but Charlie freaked out and tells her to stop. The girl informs him that he is not her lover and that she will harm him if he pushes her out of the closet. The movie then cuts to a view of an adult Charlie having intercourse with a woman on a beach. The girl dashes from the beach when Charlie begs her to be careful. The action then shifts to Stu and Charlie entering the workplace. Stu admits to Charlie that he has thoughts about the girl that greets them when they reach the summit. Suddenly, a furious lady walks in, calls Charlie outside, and engages Stu in a combative conversation before bringing Charlie inside to do his job. The two then appear at a wedding as Stu begins to daydream once again about the party ladies. Charlie observes the girl from the beach who flings Stu off as he chases one of the females. The bride then stands to toast and expresses gratitude to Charlie for being her lucky charm. A female who is on Charlie's side asks him if he is so fortunate after seeing how offended he feels by this. She then whispers something in the ear of her pal. When Charlie turns his head away, he notices a stunning lady approaching him. A waiter bumps into the lady, spilling several drinks all over her. When she and Charlie start conversing, it comes out that the lady had slept with the bride when they were both inebriated in college. As they begin chatting pleasantries, the lady unintentionally spills some wine on his trousers and slips some soup over his lap. She attempts to assist him in cleaning up the chaos, but Stu shows in and remarks that it seems to be semen. The woman whom Stu had been pursuing returns and informs her companion that Stu had attempted to pick her up. The woman then leaves and follows her pal. The bride then approaches Charlie to ask about his relationship with his partner and expresses her desire for him to be content. When it's time to toss the bouquet, he informs her they are taking a break, and the woman Charlie was seeing manages to catch the flowers even though she was nowhere near the catch zone. The next day, when Charlie visits his clinic, he notices that many women are awaiting appointments. All of them give him sly looks. After that, he visits Stu. Later, when Charlie and Stu exit the clinic and begin to stroll, they come upon Charlie's ex, who is having a wedding dress fitting. She tells Charlie as she exits the store that maybe he is a fortunate charm and that after having a sexual encounter with him, she was able to discover the love of her life. When Charlie gets home, he checks his answering machine and discovers that several ladies have left him messages asking him to go out with them. Pam is seen giving food to a few penguins. She reprimands her brother and tells him he shouldn't be smoking at work while she feeds the penguins. The penguins run into her because she has fish with her, and she attempts to throw one at him, but it misses, and he tosses one back, causing Cam to slip into the pool. When Charlie asks the lady whether they are ready to go on a date, she begins to rapidly strip off her clothing, climbs into Charlie's lap, and attempts to have intercourse with him. She claims that he is the fortunate charm and that if she had an affair with him, she would meet her ideal partner, despite his request to go eat dinner first. Charlie attempts to stop her, but she uses emotional blackmail to get him to have sex with her. Cam calls him and informs him that she broke her teeth and needs to schedule an appointment with him. Charlie nods in agreement and invites the woman to visit the clinic. He examines Cam's teeth, and they both begin conversing after that. Charlie informs her that he is traveling to Guatemala to assist some young people. Although Cam finds it amusing, she manages to knock over several sharp objects while attempting to get up from the dental chair, striking Charlie in the back. After a sincere apology and a cordial discussion, she departs. Charlie is almost ready to walk out. When the girl returns, she informs him that the automobile won't start. Charlie consents to assist and descends with her. Charlie is ready to start the automobile when Cam starts her vehicle prematurely, giving Charlie a powerful jolt but sparing him with any major injuries. Cam apologizes once again, and when she approaches her vehicle to find that she has locked herself out, she calls Charlie to come to get her. She can flip off Charlie's convertible roof when they are traveling there. Cam realizes she forgot her house keys in the vehicle when they get to her house, so she chooses to use a rock to force entry into her own home. She enters the vehicle with the backup key and attempts to leap in, but she hits the ground hard. Charlie offers her the chance to buy him supper after she apologizes for everything and says she wants to pay for the tooth. She declines. She takes off her skirt as she prepares to depart after having it trapped in the door. Charlie gives her the torn skirt as she turns away embarrassed. Charlie then makes his way back to his home, where he is astonished to discover his clinic assistant already there. She attempts to coax him into bed by admitting that she is aware of the charms. She leaps on Charlie as he attempts to decline her respectfully, shattering a table in the process. Although Charlie tries to tell her he can't, he does it anyway since he knows it would make her feel better. He informs her buddy about the situation the next day, and Stu expresses his disdain to him. Stu then begs Charlie to have as many sexual encounters as he can to make Charlie appreciate his power. He tries to toss a frisbee in the meanwhile, but both attempts result in hits. Although Charlie protests, Stu persists in pressuring him to carry out the plan. Charlie claims that all he wants is love, but Stu counters that he can only find love if he actively searches for it. Charlie thus takes his friend's advice and begins having a lot of ladies for sleepovers. During this period, he meets a lot of strange and uncomfortable people, but it turns out that each woman he sleeps with may eventually find her soul match. He starts to attract more and more ladies, and eventually, he even sleeps with a police officer. Charlie informs his pal Stu that none of these ladies fall head over heels in love with him. Stu advises him to take pleasure in his life since it is excellent. Charlie seems to dislike this pointless intimacy and begins to steer clear of it. Later, he visits Cam at her workplace once again, and the two strike up a conversation. Immediately after telling her that he doesn't believe her and that she isn't emotionally open, her brother enters the room by himself and informs Charlie that Cam has been mentioning him. Charlie attempts to ask Cam out on a date once again, but she declines, stating that she dislikes his dating past. Charlie beckons her back as she attempts to leave and tries to get her to chat about the Penguins. He is successful in getting Cam to accept his invitation to a dinner date. They go out to dinner and enjoy themselves with Cam while she explains to Charlie all the factors that led her to choose to work with penguins. Cam collides with a pole as they are talking, and when Charlie tries to help her up, they end up kissing. Charlie goes to see Stu after the date and tells him, and Stu thinks Cam could be the one for him since she makes him happy every time they are together. After a few more dates, Charlie makes a funny present of a Band-Aid to Cam, who appreciates it. Cam responds by saying that people will believe anything they want to believe after Charlie explains to her why so many women want to sleep with him. They start kissing after going on another date.